All right. We are live. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of your favorite nerdy podcast. Hit that like button, smash it, subscribe if you haven't already, all that usual nonsense. This is where we talk about everything pop culture, but mostly comic books and movies and anime. And that, of course, is the podcast Comic
And we those Cowboys.
I am your co-host, James, aka Comics for Cheap, aka hashtag Send It to James, aka Run It and Slide with 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And I got my co-host here with me.
Woo! It's your boy Chris, aka
There he is.
Black Santa, aka. Man, they really should have just slid.
What was he doing, dude?
Man, I don't even know. AKA, spend most of your life ruled by another. Watch your race dwindle to a handful, and then tell me what has more meaning than your own strength. I haven't met the blood of a Saiyan prince. He is nothing but a joke, and yet I had to watch him surpass me in strength. My destiny thrown to the wayside. He's even saved my life if I was a helpless child. He has stolen my honor, and his debt must be paid.
This is the longest AKA ever. For a nickname, that was pretty long.
That has meaning for it later. Though.
Oh, okay.
No doubt. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's it.
No, okay, that's it. So we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We're here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And today we're only going till 9, just to let you know, Chris, because I've got my sale going on my page that's going to pick up right after we're done here. So we do have to stay within that hour constraint today, but usually we just ramble on forever. But anyways, we have some topics to talk about today.
We do.
Chris. We do. First of all, I want to talk about the fact that everyone who I wanted to lose in the playoffs so far lost. So I'm very happy about that.
I'm very disappointed because I really wanted you to get that tramp stamp. So that's kind of sucks.
Yeah, that Steelers tramp stamp isn't going to happen. But I already knew it wasn't going to happen. I knew they weren't going to beat the Chiefs. I knew Dak Prescott was going to fuck shit up. I already knew all this shit. Like, I knew that all of that was going to happen. It's okay. I knew the Raiders were going to lose. I knew.
That's right,
I knew. So I knew Brady was going to win. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's not rocket science. If I were putting bets, if I put bets on all the games this weekend, the only one that would have come close is the Cardinals, because I thought maybe it would have been a little closer than what the fuck happened with LA.
I didn't think the Cardinals was really that good of a team, honestly. I thought they was a really, really overrated team. I didn't see them making
for sure overrated, but I still thought they would play better, but they got washed. They got washed. It was ugly. It was bad.
It was ugly.
Not as embarrassing as Dak Prescott running it.
That's it. That was embarrassing.
Sliding and then getting up and trying to set the ball himself, blocking the ref from getting to the ball to touch it, and then and then losing the game. That was out of all the ways the Cowboys could have lost, that was just my favorite.
The thing about that one is only Cowboy fans and any Cowboy fans that ever watched this, you gotta understand something, man. What happened 100% was on Dak, and matter of fact, I say 50% on Dak, 50% on Mark McCarthy. Honestly, I don't even know what he does as a head coach. He don't call the offense. He don't call the defense. I don't know what he does. I guess he's just there to motivate, but who the hell is going to ever be motivated by Mark McCarthy? I mean, seriously. He only had Super Bowl because he coached Aaron Rodgers, and we can see what Aaron has done without him. So, I mean, seriously, he's not a head coach of your life. Man, that's the guy I want as a head coach. He's just like, you got lucky coaching Aaron Rodgers and got yourself a Super Bowl. But seriously, though, the situation at the final play, they say they practice that all the time. Man, y'all do a bad job with your practicing then, because that was just Bush League. I didn't see guys having a sense of urgency. You look at some of the receivers, they was not in a hurry up. Zach, that's on them too, because what you're supposed to do, if you go back and look at what Larry Fitzgerald always did, anytime, it didn't matter if he had the ball himself, he would run, get the ball from whoever had it, and go straight to the refs and hand it to them. Because the refs have to touch the ball before it becomes live. So if you just throw it to them, these guys do not freaking play wide receiver. They are men who only probably catch the ball when they're freaking throwing it with their grandchildren out back. So what you have to do is hand them the ball, give it to them. The Cowboys didn't do that at all. And then when he ran in there, Zach should have made sure he scooted over so he can go straight through. Because that ref actually did him a favor. Most refs would have ran around him. Through actually helped them. Zach, and then I gotta say one more thing about Zach. Dakota Prescott, I am completely disappointed in this human being because of the bull crap that he said after the game was over, where when they was talking to him about it, and they brought up the fact that the fans was throwing trash on the field. He thought it was at the refs. He thought it was at the team. And then he was like getting on the fans and saying they shouldn't have did that. They need to support him and support the team. You can't do those things. As soon as they was like, no, it wasn't towards y'all. It was towards the referees. He curses and then change up and like, oh, good on them. That's what they should have done. One of the reporters tried to let him walk it back. And nope, he continued and stays fast. And like, no, that's what they should have done. The referees messed up, blah, blah, blah. Good on the fans. No, jackass. You should not be promoting violence whatsoever. You should not be saying it's okay to throw stuff at the referees. Then he lied.
I didn't even know.
One more thing. He went out there and said, oh, when they ran, that's why they ran off the field. Zach, Dakota, you are a freaking quarterback in the NFL. I have never played in the NFL, obviously. I really got a high chance that I'm probably not ever going to. So the fact that you apparently either didn't know or forgot something that is universal, all of the referees, umpires, NBA refs, and football refs, they all run off the field as soon as the game is over. Yeah. All of them. They didn't do anything new this time. They all did the exact same thing. So
they did look like they was booking it this time, though. I know they always run off. I know they always run off, but like maybe it was because the cameras were on, like focused on them because they were like part of that last thing or whatever. But I was amused, and even Alexis said something like, "Oh man, those refs are booking it." I was like, I'm pretty sure they always just go straight off.
They always do the same thing. They was actually like moving slower than what they would use. No, they was not booking it in any real way. No, they was
got
leaving
showered
the way every ref does
with trash. Showered with trash.
Because Cowboy fans are idiots. They think they're entitled. I can't stand Cowboy fans. They think they're entitled to championships. Dude, your franchise has been garbage overall with the talents you guys have and the fact that you guys have not been sniffed this damn Super Bowl in like 12 years. I don't want to hear that crap. I don't want to hear that crap. Yo, y'all ain't entitled to nothing. How about y'all win games for once? One time. Maybe do that.
Oh my gosh. It's just like, I don't know, man. That shit was just the whole game. I was just hoping and hoping that the Cowboys would lose so I wouldn't have to listen to Cowboy fans for the rest of the year. JBK's dad says, if you aren't throwing D-size batteries, you don't really want your team to win. Wait, but didn't someone throw a dildo on the field at one of the games recently?
That was the Bills games.
The Bills. And the camera like zoomed in on it until they realized what it was, and they're like, "Oh nope." A flesh, a pink
the Bill
colored,
Mafia, man. The Bill Mafia came with their mafia dildos.
Bro, imagine carrying that in your pocket, like for the whole day. Just like you'll see when I pull out this dildo, throw it on the field. It'll be worth it. holding this pink dick in my pocket for the last 2 hours.
It makes you wonder, like, was they allowed to bring that in? Was the security just bad and they let them, like, they just missed it? Which if they missed it, that's bad security. There's no excuse for that. because that could have been a gun. So that if they missed it, that's really bad at security. And I'm not going to front. If they missed that, every single one of those security guys who was there who did that need to be fired because there's no excuse for that. But so if they didn't miss it, I'm going with they allowed that in. You just see the guy with a dildo and you're just like,
well, maybe he had it down the front of his pants and like so, you know, the security guy was like, all right, maybe he's just blessed. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But it's not metal. It's not setting off the metal detector. Every time I've gone to a Panthers game, I go through a metal detector and then they do the cross. They do a cross on your chest and on your back. And they don't check my dick. I ain't never had a security member grab my nuts or be like, hey man, what you got in here? You know what I mean? Oh, sir, that's actually my penis. I ain't never had that happen. So obviously, yeah, exactly. You got a kangaroo pouch that shit in, says JBK's dad. That's when you're really fat and you just slip it under like a titty or like under a pouch of fat. That's the kangaroo pouch, baby. That's how you bring that shit in.
It was just but yeah, the Bills Mafia, they had some fun with the New England Patriots, man, in a lot of ways, and apparently with a dildo too. It had me rolling because when I saw it, I was like, I think that's a dildo.
Yeah, that shit was so funny, bro. But anyways, a wonderful, wonderful playoff start so far. Albeit some of the games
props to the Bengals
because they were
winning
blowouts.
the first playoff games in like I don't know how long.
Oh
Good
yeah,
job,
and
Bengals.
then
good job, Joe Burrow. Props
what was
to them,
it with
man.
that one? Oh, there was more like conspiracy. Dude, all those refs got not fired, but they're not allowed to ref for the rest of the year. All the refs for that game.
Which game?
The Bengals and Raiders.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of the bullshit that they were pulling, the overturned calls, the multiple overturned calls, that weird whistle touchdown thing that happened that they called incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the Raiders fans have been going off about it and saying that it's more conspiracy, just like the tuck rule from the Patriots game. I was like, bro, y'all going back 20 years to the tuck rule? Are you serious right now?
I ain't going to front, though. If I was a Raider fan, I would never get over the tuck rule neither, though, because that was the biggest load of bull crap I've seen in a long time.
Facts. It was bullshit.
Crap. I would still be
bullshit.
Look, it's like if I was a Sacramento Kings fan, even though I'm a Lakers fan, I would still be upset with the series we had when we beat them back in the day in like 2002 or whatever. That like the series where like we got a bunch of fouls that even as the biggest Laker fan, I was like, this whistle is something else here.
Sounds like some money's changing hands.
Something's wrong with this whistle because like we get tic-tac calls and they're getting nothing. But yeah, I would never get over that.
Yeah, well, it was amusing, but I knew the Raiders fans would just be like, oh, I can't believe it. But I didn't know they were going to go back to the tuck rule. I was like, fuck, bro. Like, God damn, they're angry. But yeah, all right, so let's jump into some other nerdy news that's happened recently. I don't know if you heard, Chris, but Microsoft bought Activision for $69 billion. Nice. 69 billion. Nice. Yeah, so that is a huge acquisition. Microsoft putting all the marbles basically down onto the future of gaming, metaverse type stuff going on like that. So now Xbox owns all your favorite Activision games. So
I wasn't that shocked because when they bought Bethesda and everything, there was talk of them going after Activision next. And there was talk about Sony trying to get them first before Microsoft.
I figured Sony would go for it. I
wasn't too shocked on that. I was like, oh, Microsoft got them first then.
Yeah, I really thought that Sony would go for it as well, just because Activision had such a heavy hand in their number one cash cow game of Spider-Man. And so I was surprised that Microsoft came through. And I'm starting to wonder if Microsoft is infringing on the old antitrust laws with all the game companies that they've been just snatching up. So I don't know how we're going to go forward with that, but it seems like, the rich get richer and they just keep buying up all the companies. So it's all just one company. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure.
He'll buy you.
Yeah, the mouse is just going to come in and buy everybody.
He gonna buy Microsoft and Sony. Mickey don't play, bro.
But yeah, so
smacking in your mouth too.
What are your thoughts about the purchase? Do you think it's gonna be good or bad for gaming? What do you think?
I think it's interesting for sure. I mean, for all these years, it's been a gaming war. It's been PlayStation, Xbox. And the funny thing about Nintendo's never really been in this war at all. Nintendo's like, we're gonna do our own thing. Make our money. We good.
Yeah.
Y'all can fight amongst each other. We all right.
Right.
We good doing what we do. But
It's
no,
worked for 60 years or so,
right. So they just doing their thing. But you know what? I mean, as a guy who has a Series X, obviously I've been on Team Xbox overall compared to PlayStation. Even though I love them both, I don't really hate one more than the other. But
okay,
I'm fine with it. I mean, I think it spiced things up for sure. It's like really showing that Microsoft is saying, you know what? Nah, we going for it now. We are going for it because you gotta remember, like, they want to really get heavy into some of that. It's gonna be hard, but Sony obviously is a juggernaut in like Japan and stuff like that for obvious reasons, because it's made there. So I think they want to get some of that, really start to get into that by having Activision, by having Bethesda, by making you to a point. If you're those fans of those franchises and the games they make, you got to buy an Xbox now. So I mean, it's good business. I think it's a good business move. I mean, honestly, it's what Mickey has been doing. You buy a competition.
Right.
And you do what you got to do.
Were they necessarily competition, though? Because they didn't really have like a console or anything. Were they necessarily competition? Because they didn't really have like a console or anything.
Who are we talking about? Microsoft?
No, Activision.
No. I'm saying like in terms of like the competition, and what I mean is you're buying. I should word it maybe better, but what I mean is since Activision, like you said, made Spider-Man, that is helping out Sony. So that's your competition if you're Microsoft, and you're saying, if I buy them, now they're working for us. They're not working for Sony. Like, you're trying to hurt Sony. So you're saying they're not working for Sony now. They're working for us. And if we want to release the game for PlayStation, it's up to us now. It's not a thing where they can just release the game for PlayStation now. We have to okay that. So the money that's going to be made is going to still come to us. Like, this is now our court with this team.
Yeah, for sure. JBK's dad says you just gotta believe they received a $68 billion offer. Then a hero stepped up and said no. Tell them 69, and everyone high-fived. That's exactly how it happened. I think it was like 68.7 or something like that. But yeah, I just round up just because.
Nah, 69.
It's got to be 69. Yeah, you got to say 69 when it's that close. But yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm not a huge gamer myself. Alexis plays more games than I do, but I just saw the headline and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I want to see what Chris thinks about that. Just because,
I think I love it because I am a big gamer, so I want it to be, because that's one of the biggest reasons why I make sure I got me the new Xbox, because it's like, man, Bethesda being on Xbox, and they have been very clear, like they have not been like, oh no, they've been like, yo, so the games that's currently been announced for PlayStation, yeah, we're still gonna let those be on PlayStation. And they're like, well, what about the games that hasn't? Yeah, about that. So those games like Elder Scrolls 6, Starfield, probably going to be like Xbox first and maybe go over to Sony later on, but it's still going to be in the court of Xbox, and that's just great. And I think Activision games are going to be the same way. Now, obviously, some people's like, well, that might mean we're getting Spider-Man. No, not at all. Because remember, Spider-Man is still under Sony, so they just have somebody else make it, and that ain't happening. So that's not popping over until Sony still has Spider-Man no matter what. And Sony still got some games that's coming out too. So it's not like it's over. It's not like Microsoft ended.
Yeah, no.
This is still, it's just showing that they're just like, we're taking this very, very serious.
Right. I think also it may help this shortage, quote unquote, of consoles. Or like everyone overpaying for consoles, maybe everything like that. Just I've seen drastic decreases and almost close to retail now. Even the flippers can't move them much more than what they retail for anymore, just because the demand or the supply finally met the demand. So yeah, I think that'll help with that shenanigans as well, because that was just a ridiculous time when bots were buying PS5s and people were selling them for 3 times the amount.
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean, oh my god, it was crazy. There
Yeah.
definitely needs to be some sort of regulation for bot buying. I think I don't know how they can even come up with it or regulate it or anything like that, but it is a little ridiculous because I
It
mean,
is.
it's only a matter of time that they direct the bots towards like stuff we actually need to survive, and then we will actually have a problem if that becomes a thing. They'll just set the bots to buy all the water. Just buy
No
all the
doubt.
water. Buy it all. All right. The other thing I wanted to talk about today for sure was we got a Moon Knight trailer, full trailer last night during the halftime show of the football game. And
Mhm.
did you watch the trailer,
I
Chris?
did see the trailer. I actually missed a little bit of it though. I didn't see the whole thing because I got up and went to walk, talk to my brother about something, and I end up missing a little bit of the trailer.
All
But
right.
I
Well,
did
let's
see
see.
like the part, like pretty much the end of it. So
Well, I will really quick bring it up so we could
okay.
just review it together here. Let's see how to share the tab, the Moon Knight.
And
All
then
right.
after this, I guess I'll explain what that intro was earlier.
What the intro was?
Oh yeah.
All right. All right. All right. So we got Mark Spector. He apparently is
Mm-hmm.
like, or it's not even Mark Spector. I think they're calling him something else, but he's got like a dissociative identity disorder where he shares
Right.
a body with Mark Spector. It's taking place in London, as you can see, which is a little strange, but it is what it is, I guess. And he appears to work in a museum. um, and yeah, so we get little flashes, little horror, whatever, with a little flash of Khonshu, if I'm pronouncing that correctly this time.
You are pronouncing it correctly. Good job.
Hell yeah. So we get the little flash of that. Um, I love that he's just like kind of freaking out. But apparently it's like when he's going to sleep, so it's like a sleep walking thing, or like I guess that's how they're trying to explain it. His craziness
Yeah,
when he
that
goes to
seemed a
sleep.
little weird to me. I did catch that. Like
Hmm.
I think I walked in right on this here. Yeah. It was right here. Then I watched the rest. That's kind of
Hmm.
weird to me though.
Here's our boy Ethan Hawke, who is apparently not playing who we thought he was going to be playing. He's playing a character I have no idea who it is, but it made that book jump from like $1 book to like $150 book out of
Hmm.
nowhere. But I mean, I'm not so familiar with Moon Knight stories that I know who the character. I think his name is like Harrow or Hallow, something like that. I'm not sure. Um, Either way, oh, he's freaking out. He's just waking up, killing people. That's always good. The Egyptian god thing coming in strong. Now, what do you think about the suit wrapping itself around him like he's Spawn or some shit?
That's the first thing came to my mind. I was like, "Yo, this dude Spawn."
Yeah.
Like, I was like, "Wait a minute. I don't know about all that." Yeah, like that's
I didn't.
cool as fuck for Spawn, but that's
Yeah.
Spawn.
I
I
didn't
was
I didn't
like,
realize,
"Your suit
his suit
alive
was a
now?
living. Yeah, his suit is living. I didn't know that shit.
Your suit sentient, bro? What the?
And then look what he's kicking the ass of. That don't look human. Whatever the fuck
Right?
that is. That looks like a werewolf or, a jackal or something with a lot more hair and
Yeah,
long legs, long spindly legs
freaking
going
Wendigo
on
or some
there.
shit. Yeah.
But yeah, he is beating the fuck out of it. Now, I don't really know if I like the it looks like a CGI face too that's going
Yeah, when
on.
I saw that, I was like, "Is this an animated series now?" Like
Yeah.
it didn't look right to me. Like that
Yeah.
don't look right.
Right. So it's like he looks like the mummy with glowing eyes and he's got the sea up here or the moon.
It just
But yeah,
looks
it
so
just
off
looks
compared to everything else. Look at that. It looks so off compared to everything else.
yeah, he's just jumping over buildings there. So yeah, so we got that and it just kind of looks a little like a little, CGI'd to me.
Yeah, it does. I gotta admit, I didn't like that because
He's beating up Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh no, no, not Rosie. Oh no.
It's
Oh
fucked up.
man.
It's fucked up,
Oh
Rob. Why would
man.
you say that? Oh my god.
Yo, speaking
That's
of
too
old
funny.
men, R.I.P. Bob Saget though. That was sad. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was
I was like,
kind
damn,
of crazy.
man.
They
You know,
found him
so
in
many
a.
people. Betty White died last year, right towards the end. John Madden died right towards the end. I'm like, dang, man. And Bob Saget died this. I'm like, damn.
It was like right before all of their specials came out, right? John Madden died right before his big special came out, or whatever they were doing with the Sports
Yep,
Center or
yep.
ESPN.
Betty White
Betty
died
White
right
died
before
right
her 100th
before
birthday.
100th birthday celebration movie thing that came out.
Mm-hmm.
She actually died. I was in Disney and in the like Hollywood Studios part of Disney,
Oh
and
wow.
I found like we heard the news of it, and about an hour later, I found like where she did her handprints in the cement outside of the Chinese
Dang.
theater, and I had to take a picture. I was just like, oh my god, like
Absolutely.
yeah, I was oh man, it was just
Man,
I was
she was
like
a legend,
no,
dude.
Betty, she
Oh
really
man.
was.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Mm.
so that was very sad, and then yeah, we lose Bob Saget, and they found him in a hotel room in Orlando, I think is what they
During his
said.
tour.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
kind of
mm,
crazy.
mm.
But yeah, rest in peace to some legends,
Oh yeah.
for sure. Where they're dropping on us. Thankfully, all three of those were not, as far as we know, COVID related. So at least they were still being safe. And yeah, so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. But yes, so
Yeah.
Chris, now I know you wanted to talk about something. You were referencing something earlier, but go ahead. The floor is yours.
Okay. All right. We're gonna do it. But I just want to make sure. So there was nothing else about the Moon Knight thing other than it just looked weird.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I guess we'll just have to see. Like March 30th, I think, is when it's coming out. Everyone's,
Right. I think something
freaking
like
out
that.
about it, but um, I'll watch it. I'll
Yeah,
watch it, and
it didn't like make me lose excitement. I still want to
yeah,
see how it goes down. It's just I wouldn't have chose that art style, I guess, at least from what it looked like in the trailer. Gotta
and
wait to
yeah,
see how it looks in the
they
full actual
still definitely
episodes and
have
when it
time
actually comes
to
out.
exactly. They still definitely have time to finalize certain things.
Yes.
They're usually pretty good about reading internet reactions and making changes accordingly. So they could still do, some quick little touch ups, re edits, that kind of stuff before sending it all the way through. And that's
Yeah.
why they release trailers early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just to kind of gauge.
This is
I still
teasing.
think I still think Blade has a chance of showing up. I still
Me
think
too.
Dane Whitman, I think, is supposed to be in it at some point. So he has a chance of showing up. I think Werewolf by Night is going to be showing up, whether it's the new one or the old one. We'll just have to see. But yeah, that's really all I had to say. It was just that the trailer had released, and that was that.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's interesting choice at the end, but the only thing I do want to add is that I think it's interesting that they're going. I mean, I guess it's not like a shock that they're going straight into the disorder stuff and the multi minds in his head and all the other stuff. But it's just that remember that came later on. That wasn't at the beginning. Like when he first became Moon Knight, that became
Oh,
later
okay.
on when he started doing all of those different characters. Again, why they call him Batman, what the Marvel's Batman, is because
Hmm.
like a lot of his stories, not necessarily stories, but a lot of things he do is so similar to Batman. Like Batman had to come up with a character who can go into the mafia and the dark part of Gotham, so he came up with a whole new character. Yeah, Moon Knight did the exact same thing. Batman
Gotcha.
has a rich person. That's even though that's Bruce Wayne, but still, let's be honest, Batman is more of the person than Bruce is at this point. It's like Bruce is the alter ego. Um,
Right.
like Bruce is the secret identity. But yeah. So and Moon Knight did the exact same thing. So for all the Moon Knight fans who get mad at that, I'm sorry. The character's freaking written to be similar to Batman. I'm sorry, just crazy. I'm so sorry, guys. It's like the Sentry. There's a reason why people call him the crazy version of Superman, because a lot of
Right.
his speech and a lot of things he do is very Superman-esque at times. It's just he's crazy,
Right.
and then things
Yeah.
happen in a different way. We're not saying they're
I
the exact same character. It's just things like that happens.
I've honestly never really gotten into Moon Knight as far as like reading his stuff. Like his 80s series was kind of a little boring to me, like the first
Okay,
few
yeah,
issues. And then I just never really did the Mark Spector Moon Knight. I know I've heard really good things about Jeff Lemire's run. I may give that a chance over the next couple of months just to kind of prep myself a little bit. But I just never really, aside from a couple of the early issues of the 80s run, I've read Werewolf by Night 32, his first appearance, but that was
Right.
more of a werewolf story than a Moon Knight story. It's just where he
True.
comes into play.
No,
So yeah, I mean, it's just, that's just how I felt. I know a lot of people are like super into him, and then a lot of people are like super haters. So there is a line that goes on there.
He definitely has a polarizing. He's a polarizing character for sure.
Yeah.
Because he really didn't become interested until they started going into the crazy stuff, to be honest with you. Outside of that, he was very boring. So it was like, let's change that up and make him kind of crazy. So I was like, all right, it worked. But
crazy.
Still. Okay. So, Dino, what was that long intro for? Remember what I said at the end of last week's episode? I talked about, we was going to talk about a prince, right?
Okay.
Get your perspective. And we're going to talk about probably the second / main character, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball franchise in general, which would be the Prince of all Saiyans, Vegeta.
Okay.
And I want your opinion on this, because that speech that you heard earlier, what did it tell you? If you just hear a person say that to you, what would it tell you?
You're gonna have to say it again because I don't remember.
Christ, Dino,
you're gonna have to go ahead and lay it on us again.
How did you not? All right. So how it literally goes is because what leads to this specific speech, and Vegeta has tons of great speeches in Dragon Ball. What leads to it is the fact that his obsession with beating Goku, and a lot of people get it mixed up, and they say he's never beaten Goku, and Goku beats him all the time. The key thing is, in the actual two actual fights they had, Vegeta won the first fight, and then Goku only lived and survived the fight because other people jumped in after the fight, basically. Because Vegeta went grade 8, crushed Goku, had the fight won, then Yajirobe showed up, his son Gohan, Goku's son Gohan, his best friend Krillin showed up. All of them came in there and jumped Vegeta and led to situations where Vegeta was down, and then Krillin was going to actually kill him, and then Goku was like, no, spare him. I want to fight him later because I need to be able to beat him. Okay. Then their second fight is basically before what happened with the speech, when his obsession with Goku, with his whole mindset of beating Goku, and, a little bit into this, I'm going to get to the speech. It's one of my favorite things, but what also led to this was when Vegeta, in the saga right before this saga, this was a modern saga, in the Cell saga, Vegeta wanted to obviously surpass Goku, show that he's stronger, blah, blah, blah. When the androids first showed up, even though these was the wrong batch, Goku goes down with the heart virus. Vegeta saves Goku. He kills Android 19. He allows Piccolo to fight 20, which again, Dragon Ball characters are kind of stupid, especially early Vegeta. He was really dumb. He allowed Piccolo to fight. Android 20 gets away, unleash the real androids, and then Vegeta gets ass kicked. But the thing is, though, when Vegeta shows up at that point in time, Gohan asked the question to Piccolo, hey, do you think Vegeta's now stronger than my dad? And Piccolo's like, yeah, I think he is. And everybody's kind of in shock. But that's the thing. There's multiple times where Vegeta is stronger than Goku. It's just the end result. Vegeta is a great written character, but his payoff is one of the poorest written in any franchise you'll watch. Because Vegeta might have the most kills. He might have some of the most badass moments, if not the most badass moments, next to Goku, obviously. But he never gets the job done when it matters the most. Because when he fights the big bad of the series, Cell, he fights Cell. He kicks Cell's ass. This is Cell in the second form. Everybody's scared of him. Vegeta shows up, whoops him. Cell's like, yeah, man, you know what? If I had only could I absorb Android 18, I would be perfect. And Vegeta's just like, oh, so then would you be stronger? He's like, yeah, I'll be stronger. I'll whoop you. I'll kill you. I'll beat you. You can't beat me then. And Vegeta's just like, okay, go on ahead. And his son, Vegeta's son Trunks, who came from the future, and I talked to you about Trunks before, briefly, who came from the future, Trunks is like, no, that is a terrible idea.
Right.
What are you doing? Let's just kill him now Because obviously, if we don't want him to get stronger, we don't know what's gonna happen. And Vegeta's like, no, it's cool. Go ahead, Cell. Don't get your android, but come back to me when you're strong, and we'll fight. And Trunks is like, no, I'm not gonna let that happen. And Vegeta fights Trunks and gives Cell the time he needs. And then guess what happened? Cell beats the crap out of Vegeta. And it's just like, well, we knew that was gonna happen.
Womp womp.
Yep. So what leads to it is that eventually Goku fights Cell, and Goku's stronger than Vegeta. And Goku has a much greater a fight against that perfect form of Cell. But the thing that aggravates Vegeta the most is obviously Goku's stronger again. Goku's doing better than him. Goku quits the fight and lets his son do the rest of the fight because he knows Gohan has a hidden potential, blah, blah, blah. Gohan wins the fight. That also pisses Vegeta off because at the end of that fight, Gohan messes up and does not kill Cell. It seems to be a running gag, right? And Cell ends up getting to a point where he's going to blow up and destroy the entire planet and everybody on it. So Goku teleports him to another place, and Goku takes the explosion himself, and he dies. Vegeta is so distraught from that and just angered and just like what do I do now? That he says, I'm going to quit fighting. And it goes into the Buu saga, which people got misunderstood. I'm getting right to the part where I want to get to. People got misunderstood because they assumed that Vegeta, when he said I'm not going to fight again, he wasn't going to ever train again. Which I don't know why people mix those two together. He just said he wasn't going to fight again. Vegeta's a pure-blooded Saiyan. They have to train. Like that's something they just need to become stronger. So he did train the entire 7 years, became stronger than Gohan because Gohan even stopped training. But still, Vegeta became much stronger than Gohan, and even made fun of Gohan. Like, man, you're much weak. You were much stronger when you was a child. And he's like, yeah, cool. Thanks, Vegeta. You're still a dick. So, like Vegeta surpassed Gohan. Everything was good. And then Goku, because he's Goku, was like, yeah, we'll give you a day back on Earth because, you want to go back to Earth for one day. You've earned it, buddy. We'll give you a day back on Earth. Blah, blah, blah. You've earned it, buddy. You saved this galaxy so many times. Go, Goku. Goku comes back. And what really gets Vegeta going is that he gets this opportunity in the tournament to fight Goku one time. And he thinks this is the last time Goku will get a chance to fight him because Goku's dead. So he's like, cool. He gets matched up with Goku. Of course, bullcrap happens because the reason why Goku didn't want to come back, I'm kind of rushing through a lot of this because we're not going all day. The reason why Goku didn't want to come back is because he felt that anytime he was around Earth or anytime he was alive, enemies would come and bad things would always happen because of him. Well, he maybe should have took some of that advice because, of course, bad stuff happens. Babidi shows up. Majin Buu is going to be hatched. All this crazy nonsense is going down. And all Vegeta wants to do is fight Goku. That's all he wants. But Goku has to go save the day. He's like, look, we got to go stop this because, even if me and you fight, the rest of the world can be killed. So let's go stop this first, then we can fight. So Vegeta follows after, blah, blah. Things happen. Goku fights one of Babidi's henchmen. He shows Super Saiyan.
Babidi is the funniest name.
Yeah, his daddy's called Bibbidi.
Of course. Is there someone named Boop?
So think about it, though. His name is Babidi.
Boop.
Exactly. That's what the names are from.
Okay.
That's why one's called Majin Buu. Like Boo. Yeah, it's all from that. Yeah. Bibbidi, Bobbidi. Yeah, all that. A little nursery, all that stuff from the freaking Disney stuff and all that garbage. But anyway, so Goku shows off Super Saiyan 2 super briefly, where you don't know he's using Super Saiyan 2, but you put 2 and 2 together. He briefly shows Super Saiyan 2 to kill one of the enemies, and then Vegeta's just like, oh, damn, I've been training for 7 years. I guess he probably trained for those 7 years too. He was already stronger than me when he died. So, crap. He's still stronger than me now. Vegeta low-key is thinking this stuff. And it gets to a point where he realized, because he's watching Gohan fight against literally the demon realms, like basically the devil. He was the king of the demon realm, Deborah. And Gohan's fighting him and Gohan's struggling. And Vegeta brings up the point that, Gohan tag out. I'll take over because I would kill him faster. And he's not wrong. If Goku or Vegeta would have fought Deborah, they would have killed him much quicker. Like, Gohan just was not up to where he should be. So he keeps getting angry, but he's doing this not just to piss Gohan off. What we got here?
He said, "I had a fajita once that wrecked my world."
All right.
Instead of Vegeta and a fajita. A
there you go, man. Yep. He's doing this because he heard when he was at the tournament, he heard Hercule bring up the fact that Smokovich was nothing but a punk, just this weakling. And then all of a sudden he got this M on his head. He's working for Babidi, and then like he's this monster. And what's funny about it, Smokovich beats the living crap out of Gohan's girlfriend Videl. Like it's he beats the crap out of her. It's not funny, but it is funny. They go on, and he sees that, and he's like, well, it wasn't necessarily. I think people mix it up. Vegeta got himself, quote unquote, mind control and given Babidi's power, but the reason why wasn't necessarily to get a giant boost in strength. It was mainly, because he even says it, it was mainly so he can get his old attitude back of being a rootless Saiyan. Because in one of his other speeches, he goes on to say, when he's explaining to Goku, he's like, dude, when I was a Saiyan, a true Saiyan, I can destroy a planet with my fingertips, which is true. They can nearly use their finger and destroy planets. So he was like, I can do I would kill without any hesitation. And then I met you. And then next thing you know, I find myself with a wife and kids and a kid. And he's like, something's changed. Now, all of a sudden, I love Earth. I love this planet and I want to save this planet. And he's like, I don't want to be that anymore. I need to be the old Vegeta. That way I will truly be able to beat you. That was his whole full motivation to becoming, like, getting that boost, because it was all about Babidi can control you by taking any evil in your heart and amping it, and then you're under his control. But Vegeta's so badass, he can't be mind controlled. Because even when Babidi would give him orders, Vegeta was like, no, I'm not going to do it. So then we circle back to when Supreme Kai, and we get to my speech that I said earlier. Supreme Kai is like, dude, what are you guys doing? Because Goku's like, Goku and Vegeta show up to the tournament again, and Vegeta literally kills an entire stand of people. He kills them really, he aims and he shoots, and is right next to where his wife is, but that whole entire side is gone now. He kills all those people. And Goku's like, what are you doing? Now, Vegeta knows there's Dragon Balls, and they can all be wished back. But Vegeta had to prove a point to Goku that no matter what, I'm going to do what it takes to fight you. I will get us to fight no matter what you need me to do. I'm going to prove to you, you need to fight me. I'll kill everybody around you to prove that you need to fight me. So, Supreme Kai, who is a god, a weak, worthless god, but he's a god. He's like, what are you guys doing? He's a god. He's like, what are you guys doing? Because we have way more important things to deal with right now. We have to deal with Babidi unleashing Boo, and Boo literally destroying everything and going off and destroying this whole universe. We need to stop him. What is this meaningless thing y'all got going on? And Vegeta looks at him and he says, meaningless? What do you, he's like, meaningless? There's nothing meaningless about any of this. He gets really upset. And then that's when he goes into the speech and he's like, spend most of your life ruled by another. Watch your race dwindle to a handful, and then tell me what has more meaning than your own strength. I have in me the blood of a Saiyan prince. He is nothing but a joke. Talking about Goku. He says he is nothing but a joke. But yet I had to watch him surpass me in strength, my destiny thrown to the wayside. He's even saved my life if I was a helpless child. He has stolen my honor, and his debt must be paid. Now, when you hear that, what do you think?
I don't know. Sounds like he needs his ass kicked again.
That's what you gather from that?
Sound like he need one more ass whooping. I don't know.
Man,
it sounds like he's whining. I don't know. He just needs a little spanking.
sound like he's whining. See,
Yeah, he needs a
see
little
right
spanking.
there, you were completely wrong and you missed the point, damn it. The point is, this man has felt his honor has truly been stolen. Imagine though, if you was a person who you are a prince,
I
your
am a
father is
person,
the
but I'll
king.
imagine that I'm a person. Okay.
Your father's the king. And
Okay.
he's telling you that you're going to be the greatest Saiyan of all time.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be the best. And then a low ranking, I mean, when Goku was born, his power level was pathetic. They didn't think he was going to amount to anything. So they like imagine that low rank Saiyan being better than you. How would that make you feel?
Probably
When you
not
were
great.
bred and destined for greatness, and then this guy comes out here and surpasses you.
It's like Kobe says, bro. That hard work pays off.
Here's the thing, though. What makes it so interesting? What we got?
Sounds like that would make Superman cry.
Bro, I'm about to come to your house, bro, and I'm gonna show you how to make Superman cry. Y'all gonna stop talking about disrespect to Superman, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Yo, somebody needs Superman punch, bro. I'm telling y'all gonna.
I love it.
Let me wrap this damn thing up because y'all about to make me lose my mind up in here. The point is,
up in here.
the point is, there's also other things because I have to briefly go into. I'm actually got a video working, Dino, about Vegeta. It was gonna be, I think, it'll be really cool. But anyway, The thing is about Vegeta and Goku's rivalry. When Vegeta is on equal terms with Goku, he is better. And I know this is something that people be like, "Oh, come on, how could you say that?" It's actually true. It's been proven. When they've been on equal terms, Vegeta surpasses Goku in a lot of things. The reason why Goku had such a better thing, when Raditz first shows up and his Dragon Ball Z first kicks off and find out about Saiyans, Goku dies in that fight and gets trained by God. Yeah, King Kai is technically a god. He gets trained by gods, right? He gets trained by other beings, and he gets more boost. And when you're dead, for obvious reasons, your body can if you get an opportunity to even keep your body, because you have to actually get it. If you die in Dragon Ball Z, the Dragon Ball franchise, it's up to King Yama if he wants you to keep your body or not. If he doesn't, you're just gonna be a spirit. If he allows you to keep your body, you can keep training. But you have no limitations on your body. You can train as much as you want to without worry about any type of drainage. You ain't gonna get tired. You just do what you want to. So he had multiple things to boost his body. So when he came back, he still lost the fight to Vegeta. The thing is, he became stronger later on.
That Vegeta is a better father than Goku.
Vegeta's a much better father than Goku. That's for damn sure. Goku is not necessarily the best father. He's not. Yeah. So
is he out there Hank Pimmin bitches?
No, it's just that, like, what good father? Okay, so Goku, I'm pretty sure Goku knew that Chi-Chi might have been pregnant with Goten, or maybe even if he didn't, he found out about Goten. I'm pretty sure he should have stayed around to make sure his other son was taken care of. It's a lot of things Goku does. Like, he'll go out and train and leave his kids, let Chi-Chi raise them, let Chi-Chi deal with that shit. I'm just going to get stronger. Where Vegeta actually does show that he is a much better father. That's going to take a while for me to get into that. The point is, let's end this video trap. The point is, when it comes to the two, that's what makes Vegeta so interesting. Vegeta actually has probably some amazing feats and situations. Well, both of them do, obviously Vegeta does. But Vegeta, again, when they're on equal terms, Vegeta surpasses Goku. There's been many times when he was stronger than him. The key thing is, Vegeta never gets that big victory when the big bad shows up that Goku will get. Will then make Vegeta be the one. Like when he fought Hit, Vegeta, and I'll be honest with you, if Vegeta and Goku switch spots, Vegeta would have probably had a better performance. But Vegeta was used as somebody. Goku watched what Hit did and figured out Hit was using his time skip stuff. And he was able to watch that and see Vegeta get his ass kicked and say, oh, okay, now I know how to counter some of it at least. And then I'm just going to go from there. Where if they switch spots, Vegeta would have did the same thing. It's just stuff like that. Vegeta gets the bad straw. He gets the really short end of the straw. Where it's again, I have to really, when I do the video, dude, you're gonna get a better understanding of it because I have to like rush through things. But the point is, I think Vegeta's a great character, and I just want your thought on what you think of the Prince.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you were destined for greatness and told that you were going to be the best, and then some chump comes along and he's the best, yeah, stir up some anger. But hey, facts are facts. If he keeps beating you, I don't know. You gotta get out there and prove that you're the best. You know what I mean? Can't just say
Vegeta has done some things though, and technically in both of their fights, Vegeta's technically the winner because even in their second fight, Vegeta does not Goku out. Even though Goku's guard was down, it's still technically the fight, and he knocked him out. And the key thing is, Majin Vegeta was stronger than Super Saiyan 2 Goku. So he was stronger, but here's the caveat. Goku could technically turn to Super Saiyan 3, and that would have ended the fight in seconds. So Goku was still technically stronger. And Vegeta didn't even know about that until he died and was like, yeah, I went to Otherworld, and I heard about your Super Saiyan 3. And then Goku was like, oh, crap, you heard about that? That pissed Vegeta off more because, like, you made me believe I can beat you. And he's like, well, yeah. But, hey, I couldn't use the form for long. So, yeah, Vegeta didn't want trying to hear that, though.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
So there we go. There's our little Dragon Ball segment of the podcast.
Yeah.
And and then Broly comes out and is stronger than Goku and Vegeta combined.
Well, technically you're wrong, because when they combine strength, they whoop Broly's tail. So he was stronger than, Broly's such a weird thing. We don't have time to really go into that at all. But Broly was a weird thing. And when Broly shows up, yeah, he is stronger than. And here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, too. You got to also remember two big key things. Goku did not use Ultra Instinct in that fight for a reason. If Goku would have whipped out Ultra Instinct, Broly would have lost. And technically, Vegeta didn't go into his evolution form neither. He didn't go into Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Evolve, or Super Saiyan Blue Evolve. He didn't go into that form neither. Not saying that, oh my God, that would have just ended it. But they didn't go into their ultimate forms at that point in time. And then when they did fuse, Broly couldn't do anything against him, and he lost.
Gotcha. All right. Well, there you go. Hope that helps you out, Behemoth Crew. Can't challenge Chris on his Dragon Ball knowledge.
Bro, I literally can go, like, every word said in that series. I know it. That's kind of weird, but literally every word said. I can, like, watch all, 1,000 episodes and go through word by word what everybody said.
But where does Pikachu rank in the strength between these two?
Good old Pikachu. Hot damn.
Pika. He's actually that's my go-to character when I play Smash Brothers.
Pika.
Pikachu.
I want Smash, bro.
I suck at games, so I go with Pikachu. Everyone's probably like, "Oh my God, it's the worst character." I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Pichu's worse. Ain't Pichu? Yeah, Pichu's in the game.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know, dude. Yeah, that's my go-to. That's all I know. If sometimes it's Link, I'll play as Link as well. But usually it's Pikachu. One last thing I wanted to cover. Apparently, there have been just a few more rumors circulating about the Doctor Strange movie that's coming out. No. Someone has said that it will have the most Marvel characters in a movie since Endgame. So there's that. And then
they're going different multiverses, so it makes sense.
Yeah, and then there's also apparently there's pictures of Tom Cruise as Tony Stark floating around.
Oh God dang it!
So
out of all the people you could have cast to play Tony Stark. You pick Tom freaking Cruise. Yeah, I know it's Tom freaking his name, Tom Cruise. Yeah. But God dang it, man. Seriously, Tom Cruise? I don't want Tom Cruise as Tony Starks.
I'm just telling you what is floating out in the ethos here.
Do you want
And
Tom Cruise as Tony Starks?
no, but
Okay.
alternate dimension for like 2 seconds, maybe. I wouldn't care.
You disappoint me.
Apparently, Clea is supposed to be joining the Doctor Strange team.
You said Miss Cleo joined the Doctor Strange movie? Oh, snap, bro. We about to have some real bad premonitions. They're going to be really bad. Like, she's going to be like, somebody's going to die, and no one's going to die. Her job. She was fake.
I wonder if Dormammu comes back.
Dude, it's Mephisto. What's wrong with you? He's going to be in there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Nightmare, Dormammu, Mephisto is actually, they're all three of them are going to come in to the Doctor Strange movie.
And then they're going to do the fusion dance, and then they're going to get the Patara earrings and do another fusion, and then they're going to be the ultimate being, and Goku's going to have to show up and stop him.
Damn. Goku in the MCU, though? That's crazy.
Goku's going to be in the MCU. It's going to be Goku and Vegeta showing up, and everybody's going to be like, oh
Goku?
My God, they're here.
Hold on. You heard it here first. Goku's going to be played by Danny DeVito in the MCU.
I don't think I've ever said a name for who's going to play Goku, but there you go. You got it. I said Goku. He gave you who's gonna play him. There you go, guys.
It's gonna be like the same character he plays, and It's Always Sunny. So he's just gonna be like, so anyways, I start blasting. Shit, I love that show so much.
Yes.
But yeah, so just all sorts of crazy rumors going on for multiverse. I don't know. It's gonna be probably almost as bad as Spider-Man once we start getting closer as far as all the rumors and stuff. I mean, not as bad because Spider-Man.
No, because think about it. Damn near as soon as this movie was announced, there was crazy rumors going on. Before we even had a name of the damn movie, there was all the crazy rumors that was going on and the stories being leaked and scripts and this and that. So Doctor Strange ain't get hit as hard, but it's gonna get hit hard though.
Here we go. Here's some more stuff. The actor who played the young Charles Xavier, who was McAvoy, right? Yeah, McAvoy. He shaved his head recently, and the girl who played young Jean Grey dyed her hair red recently. So there's some of that going on, apparently. I don't know. Vegeta can be played by Kevin Hart.
What is it?
Vegeta can be played by Kevin Hart. That's pretty funny.
I mean, Vegeta is short. So, I mean, a black Vegeta, Kevin Hart, you know what, man? I think I'm game.
You game? Okay.
I think I'm game.
I'm still game for...
only Kevin Hart can only play Vegeta if The Rock plays Goku.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I'm still game for the Super Pets animated thing that's supposed to be coming out. That's got Kevin Hart and The Rock as voice actors. I think that'll be quite amusing to see. So I'm still excited for that.
They have great chemistry.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's unmatched by any other actors. I think those two are just hilarious together. All right, but yeah, that's been our hour. We appreciate you tuning in. Hit that like button whether you're with us here now or catching us on the replay. And we will be back next Tuesday with a little bit longer of ramblings. I'm sure we just had to cut it a little quicker today. But we appreciate you as always. Stay villainous and
fuck